Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be doing a little nursery tour of Baldwin's nursery. Baldwin is 3 weeks old today, so in honor of their 3-week birthday, we wanted to show you around their space, how we curated it, the choices that we made, and some of the products that we have in the space. So I'm going to take you around and show you all of the different spots that we love in here. Let's get started. Okay, so here we have where the baby is going to be sleeping. We're really excited about this crib, which is called the Wave Crib by Nestig. But this crib is amazing because right now it actually looks really small, but what happens is it sizes up. So it goes from a small crib to a regular size crib and then to a toddler bed, right? So these kind of expand as we open it up and we have the extra parts. So we love this crib for that size because, you know, now that they're a newborn, we want to be able to move the crib around into our bedroom or maybe even the living room sometimes when we're hanging out in there. Of course, we have other things like the Snuggle Me to hold the baby, but they can't really sleep in that for too long. So we wanted to have a crib that could grow with them. So we'll probably have them in this one until about 5-6 months, expand it, and then have the toddler bed. We also have lots of rainbows in the room. We were going for a real pastel, very queer, very prideful room because we are so proud to be queer and to be a loving queer family. So you'll see that that's a common theme throughout the space. And then we also have this beautiful mobile that was given to us by Ariella's cousins, Rebecca and Joel. So thank you for that. We love the little elephants and the stars, and again, kind of giving those pastel colors that come throughout. So another thing you probably noticed on the wall here is the baby monitor and the camera here. So this hooks up to the wall. It's very, very sturdy. I installed it myself. There's anchors and everything. And then this hooks on. And this globe can kind of move up and down and around the room. So it's actually not just for the crib. It's for the whole room. And this is by Eufy. EUFY. And so then we have this that we can kind of carry around the house and watch the baby while they sleep. But what's important about this for us is that it does not link to the internet because we don't really want other people kind of getting onto our Wi-Fi and watching the baby and us. So what we love is this is kind of an old school monitor with newer high-tech qualities and capabilities. So Ariella being a public high school teacher and me being a professor and educator for many years, one thing that's really important to us is to obviously have lots of books in the nursery. So we started out here with these little shelves. These are some of the classic books that we got from our family and friends, like Corduroy, all of the ones that we love the most. And what we really wanted was, as the baby ages up, that they can be able to kind of grab these books on their own. So we'll probably put a little Montessori stool here, but you'll see that we have a little chair for them as well. So they can take their time when they start sitting up, 1, 2, start walking, and enjoy their little reading time there. This is our baby changing area. So you'll see we have our changing table / dresser here. We also have our changing pad, which we put actually the soft kind of fabric diaper on top. So the baby's never really on this. Even though this is very comfortable, we wanted them to feel nice and warm and cozy. So we have lots of these that we put on here. So this dresser is actually from IKEA. I know a lot of people like and use this one. You can paint it, you can change these here, but we actually liked it just how it came, giving that natural wood that's throughout the space. And also these beautiful cream colored leather, but faux leather straps. And then this changing table is actually from Hatch. We love Hatch products, and this one in particular is also a scale. So we had our baby at 36 weeks, which was not quite preemie, but an in-betweenie. They were very small, and it was a priority for us to help them gain weight and to eat and get all that colostrum in them. And so this was very helpful to us to know that we could weigh them and to have that peace of mind and to know that they were actually increasing and actually taking milk. And, it was just a very strong support for us in those early sensitive days of parenting. And a lot of people are always curious, how are you organizing your dresser or changing table? So if you come a little closer, I'll actually show you what we have in our drawers. So the first thing that we have here, you open it up and you'll see, this is sort of the baby's kind of medicine area here, where you'll see that we literally have gripe water and nasal spray, thermometer to make sure that they're doing well, and in case they ever had a fever, we can, you know, make sure that it's not too high. We also have a little brush for their cradle cap. We used A&D rash cream. We also have Aquaphor as a product that we like, and we also really love the Frida baby products. So we have the snot sucker down here that a lot of people swear by, and we also have a dispenser for any medications we might need to administer. We haven't had to yet, thankfully, but in case we need to. So this is sort of our area for medicine for the baby. We even have a little tool that a lot of people swear by to put the diaper rash cream on, and this little teddy bear tool in case they have anything in their nose or ear that you want to take out. And these are just a few products. We have other things throughout the house as well, but those are the things we use the most thus far. Then if you come over here, we have all of our diapers, which right now we're using Coterie. When they were smaller, we were using Pampers, Pure, and we love water wipes because they are just amazing 99.9% water. So they're a trusted wipes. That's what we use. We always have this stocked up for ourselves here. So now if we go to this drawer here, we'll see that we actually have lots of newborn and some preemie clothes, mostly onesies. These are all long sleeve, these are all short sleeves, and we have the kimono style for the early days because we really didn't want to put anything over the baby's head. We also have some magnetic me. These preemie ones were gifted to us, but we have some newborn size that we had previously bought. And then we have these fabric diapers that I was talking about earlier that really help us to make sure that the hatch table, changing table, is nice and warm for the baby. We have some little baby socks for them, though we haven't been using socks because we mostly try to actually keep them in onesies that have footies. So these kind of, we put them underneath their clothes. And if we go here, we actually have some more outfits for them. So you'll see little avocado and plain colors, just very more cute patterns. So sometimes we'll put these over the onesies. And this area here is all sleep sacks and swaddles. So we have every possible type of swaddle and sleep sack. There's only a few here now that are clean. A lot of them are in the laundry, but this is sort of our area for them. And Dreamland is one that's very popular that a lot of people use as a sleep sack. We also have on this side some little bibs that the baby's abuela Ana gave to them, which very lucky to have, some hats, and then little baby pants if we ever choose to put them over the onesies. And then in our last drawer here on the bottom is sort of kind of the bath area, right? So we have Aquaphor, we have Burt's Bees, we have Honest products, some more water wipe backstock, and then lots of baby Vaseline and baby Aquaphor, little brushes that were gifted to us that we haven't quite used yet, and then also our plastic bags, trash bags for our diaper pail, which is very important. And then I told you we're using Coterie diapers, so we keep some extras down here as well. We also like to keep baby towels down here. And for the diaper pail, we went with Ubbi, UBBI. A lot of people go with this one. It has lots of great reviews, so we kind of just trusted the reviews. And also, not just function, but also aesthetically, it's pretty beautiful and goes with the pastel colors that we have throughout the space. And so also for over the changing table decor, we decided to, you know, kind of show our personality. We love music, we love culture, we love the arts. So we really wanted to have a playful, you know, display of that. This drum was actually given to the baby during their baby shower, which we call the baby shower because our baby's pronouns are they, them until they can speak for themselves. And so this was given to us by Shoshana for the baby. And this little rattle was given to us by a friend, Yasmin. And this board is exactly how we had it at the baby shower. It said, Laura and Ariella welcome baby. We should change it to say baby Baldwin, but we kind of like that in the space. And lastly, the baby sonogram. Down here, little pastel rainbows. And this is a toy that's actually from Cabo Verde, West Africa, where I was born, which is a little top spinner, you know, a toy for kids. So we love that we have this kind of vintage toy from where I'm from here in the space, and we'll see themes like that throughout of little precious objects that mean a lot to us. Another example of that are these curtains, which I'll show you. So these curtains were gifted to Ariella, my wife, by her late grandmother Susie, who the baby is named after. The baby's second name is Suzika, and that's her artist name. She was a beautiful, talented artist, creative, fashion icon with so much energy in life. And she actually gave these curtains to Ariella. So we knew that we had to use them in the baby nursery because they're so perfect. And she was living in Mexico City, where Ariella's family lives, or her extended family, her grandparents, aunts, etc. So we see here a little motif of different people who, you know, reflect Mexican culture, just going about their daily lives, and we really love that. Also, another vintage little special item is this pillow that was gifted to me by my godmother, Jane, who I refer to as my madrina. And this is Winnie the Pooh. It's a very old pillow. I had this when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I really loved Winnie the Pooh because Winnie the Pooh had this sort of welcoming, loving, relaxing, sort of inclusive, sweet energy. Also, you know, different examples of using they, them pronouns in Winnie the Pooh. So you'll see that we have different Pooh Bears throughout the room, some from my childhood, some from, you know, now that we've bought, and then some that were gifted to us. But that's also another subtle theme. We have several themes going on throughout the space. So for the closet, yes, we are in New York City, and we're lucky enough to have not only a room for the baby, but a closet for the baby, and that's a big gift here in the city. So I'll start with the door. We put this hook in by IKEA, which is like something like $4.99, but it helps us to put the baby towels up here, and then also the baby carriers, which we have several types, but these are some that we want to really use the most. So this is Wildbird, and this is called a ring sling. It kind of like allows the baby to sling across your chest. And this is by Artie Pop, and they do really beautiful, colorful, artsy baby carriers. So this one has these swans all over it. And when we start leaving the house and using these more, we obviously won't leave the baby towel with these because we don't want to transfer bacteria. But for now, we actually haven't left the house with these. So this is okay, but eventually this will just be for all towels. So the closet is really set up in a way where, you know, the baby's clothes, the important clothes and special things are hung so they're not damaged. So this is from Ariella's mom, who made it by hand, and this is from my mom, who had it commissioned for the baby. And then we also have different bins that allow us to organize, you know, less precious clothes for older ages, and other things like wipes that we have. We have a wipe warmer that we haven't used yet, but we might use in the winter time. And then just other things down here. But we mostly have our coterie box down there. And then other things like the baby sheets for, you know, the bassinet and crib, other important quilts and objects that people had made for us. So this is made by my friend Heather, which I'm sure we're going to use in the winter. And then so the closet allows us the space to really just have a spill out for all the clothes and diapers and extra things that the baby needs. And as they grow, they'll be able to use it like a regular closet. We'll probably build out some more shelving and space for shoes as they need it. So we're happy to have this space. This product here by Hatch, which we love, is a 3-in-1. It's a diffuser, it's a night light, and it's also a humidifier. So as you can see, it's changing colors right now. And that's really helpful in the middle of the night when we want to come and change the baby's diaper or just spend some snuggly time or chest feed. But we don't necessarily want these bright overheads on. So this is really amazing, and I'm sure we're going to be using the humidifier in the winter time a lot more. Another thing that's really important to us, you know, I work and teach around museums and in the art world. Museum studies are really important to me. So I love having important art pieces throughout the house. Ariel and I identify as somewhat of collectors. So we have 2 pieces that are important to us here in the room. So I'll start this one here. And so this print is called the Periodic Table of Black Revolutionaries. And this is actually by an artist, Char Jure. And there are only 500 of this version. So we're lucky to have one of them. This was gifted to us by one of our dearest friends, Jai, who was in our wedding, who I have known for years and is really part of our family. So this was a lovely gift. And then when we thought about the colors in this is really what inspired the colors of the room, having like soft woods and creams and pastel colors, but also a rainbow, right? A plethora of colors to reflect that quality of our lives. So this is kind of like the anchoring starting point of the room. And this piece here is by a photographer named Chris Bernstein, who created this photograph at Reese Beach. And if you know anything about queer New Yorkers, we love us some queer side of Jacob Reese Beach. And so this was gifted to us by Mars and Rye, who are actually Baldwin's godparents. So we have 4 godparents for the baby, and Mars and Rye are 2 of them. And so they gifted this to us for our wedding and our engagement as well. So we just love this photograph, obviously because of the location, obviously because of the meaning and the sentiment, but again, those colors going and playing well into the room and the space. The toys that we choose for the child, of course, right now everything's sort of like soft and plush, and eventually we'll be teething, but we will be very considerate about, you know, having Montessori and all those kinds of developmentally appropriate toys. For now, we have some sweet things that were gifted to us, like Sophie the giraffe or another Winnie the Pooh, or thinking about this little carrot that we love so much. And this is so special. This was knitted by Ariela's mom, Baldwin's abuela Ana, and we love how special it is, and you know, just like comforting and soft. And this was gifted to us by our friend Carlota, and it says Otro mundo es posible, and this was gifted to us from Carlota's trip to Mexico, which again, this is a very Cape Verdean Mexican household, so again, having lots of really important objects throughout the space. So as the baby grows, knowing that they have community, they have culture, and stories behind every object. It's important to us that they tell a story, right? The space tells a story. We also want to thank Baldwin's cousins, Cece and Noah, for gifting us this beautiful little basket that we can put some toys in, some toys that we got from one of my friends, Sarah, and some other little special things. So you might have noticed we have this huge couch in the space. A lot of times for nurseries, people tend to have a rocker, so you know they can chest feed and rock with the baby in the middle of the night. One thing that was important to us is having people and loved ones visit us, and so this is actually a pull-out couch, and it's very comfortable and cozy. We're so grateful. We've already had so many people come to visit us. First, Ariela's parents and sibling Talia came and stayed with us when the baby was first born. Then my older sister Teresa came and stayed for a while and stayed and enjoyed the couch. And also my parents are coming from Cape Verde tonight. We're going to be able to see them and have them here for a couple weeks, and they'll be staying here in this room. So we're just so grateful to have it and to have this cozy, lush area that we have enough space to extend and people can enjoy themselves and kind of move things around and make it theirs while they're here. We love being able to just cuddle with Baldwin here in this space. The room feels so positive. This is like the positive vibes room, like no negativity in here. Just you walk in and you feel like you're in a cloud, and we love that about the space. So one more thing that I want to mention about this space is that these curtains behind me are actually blackout curtains, which is really important when you're thinking about creating a warm space for your baby. You want to be able to designate the difference between day and night, or when you want them to sleep. And so having blackout curtains, especially for nighttime, as they age into more of a regular nighttime routine, is really helpful to close out the light in the space. So obviously right now we have the overhead lights on, but when they're off, the blackout curtains really make the space so just like dark and cozy. There's a little bit of light coming from the other window that I talked about with Ariela's abuela's curtain, but it's just enough light that it's so subtle, and at nighttime it's completely dark in here. And then again, we have the hatch night light to kind of cozy it up, but it's not too bright where it takes away from the comforting oxytocin space that we want the baby to have. And here's baby Baldwin. They say hi. Happy 3 weeks, Baldwin. Hello to everyone who's watching. Thank you for tuning in. We're so grateful for your support and love of our family. So from Ariela, Baldwin, and I, thank you. Have a great day.